Hello everyone, this is Marilyn and we're back for the market recap. Do we have audio? I hope. Hello? Yes, great. Thank you very much. This is the afternoon market recap on crude oil for September 14th. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon. And I just posted, sorry, I didn't get the thing in correctly the first time, but if you click on the second one, there's a screenshot of what I'm going to go over, because I don't know about you, but I'm finding this 12-tick chart with these newer things on here. It's a little colorful for my eyes and my brain. But I am hearing from Triple D and from Leah that they really like this on the 6-tick. But I've been doing a few things a little differently. I'm going to pull my 6-tick chart over here in front of the camera. Did that make everything a big fat mess? I hope not. And walk through. I put the screenshot in there because some people like to have those so they can go back at their leisure and study them. I don't know why this thing is overlapping here, but it is. So I wanted to go back and show you some of the things that I have found. I just discovered, Lori pointed this out to me, that for some reason, I thought my expected volume on this chart was set to 10 minutes, and it was not set to 4. So I just changed it, which is why there's no expected volume showing right now. Excuse me. However, I found it much easier today to trade crude oil off of this 6-tick chart. So starting over here this morning, about 9:30, just give it a little time to settle. You don't have to be jumping into the market at the stroke of the pit open. All the crazy people do that, so we'll try to hold that to a minimum. But I'm changing a few things to make it easier on myself, and it may make it easier for you, and then again it may not. But I have noticed that crude oil goes from these magnets one to the next, to the next, to the next, and the only exceptions to that are when it goes to from a deviation to a magnet to another deviation to another magnet. And so I'm thinking to myself, a lot of these magnets seem to, for charting purposes, end up being right at these even numbers. Today, this bus driver was in love with somebody on 4410. 4410, that bus went to 4410, I don't even know how many times, but 4410 was the most popular street in town today. And I am discovering that if you, for me, I try to keep things the most simple. I am very big on kissing, very, very big. Keep it simple. And so if you have your ATM set for maybe 20 ticks, you can always move it down or up once it's on your chart. But if you took the entry right here, and this to me is a lovely place to take an entry. We're below the EMA. This is the type of a candle right here. The whole market, if you look at the 12-tick, was on a downward move. So taking this right here with 4410, put ATM set to 20 ticks, bingo, you're out. Thank you very much. Then what you notice here, I think on the screenshot that I posted, it's quite a bit easier to see. I know sometimes you get these charts in a little different manner, but anyway, this there was a perfect mountain reversal coming right off of this. So when you see that start down and you've hit the low of the day, it's tested it, it set a new low of the day, then the next entry for me was right here at the top of this I zone, coming off of that. And because I'm trying to stick to even numbers, I don't want to be taking 43.93 and then trying to figure out a bunch of numbers in my head. I'm busy watching the market. So for me, I took this at the next one, 43.95. 43.95 with 20 ticks set in your ATM, goes right to here, takes you out at 20 ticks. Thank you very much. If you wish to, and you had the confidence to move your stop up to 44.10, the bus driver's favorite street today, and let this go and set your take profit, just drag that bubble right up. Please tell me we didn't lose the audio. Okay, great. Okay. I think Rod says he doesn't have any audio. He may have to log back in. Anyway, if you took you could see that once it crossed the deviation, I mean the magnet right here, that it more than likely would go on and you wanted to trail your stop, then I would set your take profit for perhaps 1 or 2 ticks below the top of this range channel. And on the 6 tick, I prefer the 20-minute range channels. They are extremely useful. I can't get over how accurate they are. And that would give you an additional 15 ticks. Or if you got out here and decided you wanted to get back in, it'd probably be a difficult thing for you to do. So I prefer to make the judgment call that at this magnet, it will likely continue right on, especially since it crossed over the EMA. Then if you give it a chance to decide what it wants to do and double check the 12 tick, double check what's happening on these other charts, then come back. This orange dotted line right here is the prior session low. So if once it has cleared that, you could take an entry at the prior session low. I think a safer entry for me, I like it better, is the low of this this I zone right here. And since I like to use these plain numbers, 44.30 suits me just fine. With 20, these, I think on the screenshot this will be easier for you to work with, but with the ATM set for 20 ticks, or you could just put your take profit right here at the magnet. Then after that, what happens is we have a lot of chop, and you can see it better on the screenshot, but there is no volume in here, and I mean way no volume. None whatsoever to speak of. This also seems to be, it's just back and forth. This is way too difficult to try and trade. So I sat here and waited for it. It had to decide if it was going to turn around here and go north. It was going to have to clear this whole I zone here, plus get to the other side of this red ice line. That red ice is that's a significant price level, and it tried and messed around here. It didn't want to do that. Okay, fine. Well, if it's not going to do it, then the logical thing for me is to look for an opportunity to take it back down where it might retest the low of the day again. So when it came back to the bus driver's favorite street, 49.10, take an entry here, 44.10, I'm sorry. And where is a logical place, knowing what we know about deviation levels, would be to get out at the deviation level. So that's 65 ticks, and the reason that you would know that, maybe if I click that little thing, is that the deviation mountain was climbing and climbing, and that's much more obvious on the screenshot if you grab that. But those are things, just doing that and then giving up on these little choppy things. Don't drive yourself crazy about those things. Once you've got that many ticks banked, my suggestion is that you not set about trying to give them back, because this is 140 ticks already. 140 ticks trading crude oil in a couple 3 hours is plenty of ticks. That ought to make your tick bank very happy. So if you find something, you know, a gift from the heavens, fine. But if you don't, like through all this, yes, you could trade it. But I'm not willing to give up my 140 ticks. Thank you very much. I'm just not going there. I'm kind of sorry I missed this right here. But you know what? The buses keep running. They run every day. They run all day. There will be other trades. Not the end of the world. So I hope that helps. I think we're all trying to find, everybody has a little bit different personal style, and they prefer certain indicators, and they prefer certain rules. Trading is always a highly individual thing. All anybody can do is show you how they do it, what's available, and then you kind of have to step up to the plate on your own and decide what is going to work for you in your world. So this has been my view from my world at Apex Land, and it's brought to you by Apex Investing. Thanks.